So experience means nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. Everything that you thought about experience goes out the window. Doesn't even matter. Absolutely insignificant. A little bit frustrating about it. So here's the story, right? You go into a shop to get your hair done professionally. You walk into the shop and then you end up speaking with the professional. You have this conversation with the professional, and then you find that this professional has been doing hair for over 25 years. So with that being said, obviously your confidence has grown. You figure, okay, this person has been doing it for 25 years, so they must know what they are doing. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here still doing hair even after 25 years. So I'm comfortable enough to take a seat and have this professional work on my head. So there are two things that happen from that point. The number one thing that could happen is that just by the way that they're holding the shears, by the way that they comb your hair, by the way that they hold your head, or even put the deal around your neck, right? And they put the cape around you, just by that, how they handle their tools, you kind of get a feeling. And if, from getting fades and haircuts in the past, you can feel their confidence. You could feel their swag. You could feel their experience in how they flick their wrists with the clippers and how they're handling your head. You could kind of feel more than less that this person knows what they are doing or not. So you could definitely feel that experience on your head as they are working on your hair. So that's one thing that could happen, is that you could feel their experience, right? And then the second thing is that you can't, right? They are combing your hair right, just by the way that they're handling the shears, by the way that they're handling clippers. Everything seems to line up and everything seems to work out. But it is not until you actually receive the mirror to take a look at their final product, to take a look at all the work that they put in to doing your hair. You had these wonderful conversations. They've been cutting hair for over 25 years. You were confident in their work. They felt like they knew. It felt like they knew exactly what they were doing. But that is until the moment of truth. And the moment of truth is when you receive that mirror and you take a look at the mirror and you realize this person has been doing fades for 25 years. And for those 25 years, they have been doing it wrong. There's still steps in your head. Your edge up is sideways. This side is pushed back too far. This side is pushed back this way, and this one's that way. And the fade is up here on this side and down here on this side. The taper in the back just ain't working right. And then you realize that the 25 years of experience absolutely means nothing at all. So my point is this, is that you could sit in the chair of someone that has 25 versus 2.5. And I've seen the 2.5 outwork, when it came to skill, outwork the 25-year experience person. So the reality is that it's not about the experience when the tally of that experience is time only. It's the quality of that experience that makes all the difference in the world. So everyone has, right, within the hour, 60 minutes. And within that 60 minutes, if I have only given 2 minutes towards perfecting and working on my blend, the flick of the wrist blend, if I have only given 2 minutes to that skill, what makes you think that I'm going to be an expert in the flick of the wrist? What makes you think that I'm going to be an expert at if it's point cutting? What makes you think I'm going to be an experienced person or a quality experienced person if all I have given within, let's call my experience that 60 minutes, if I have only given 2 minutes to honing my craft and perfecting my craft and self-education and learning my skill to the next level and taking my skill to the next level by learning and working on that. And then 58 minutes of doing the same routines over and over and over and not developing, what makes you think I'm going to develop and be a better barber? It's not going to happen. By the way, I have been a licensed barber for years out in the state of Arizona and California. I still cut hair. I could still fade you up, but I don't do it professionally anymore. I don't do it anymore out there. I'm too busy doing other things, but I could still cut hair. I could give you a nice fade, but there's some phenomenal, very, very skilled professionals out there that could take care of you well. So my point is, bringing it back to what I'm talking about, is that it doesn't matter if you've been doing it for 25 years plus. Does not matter. What have you been doing within those 60 minutes? What have you been trying to work and perfect within the 60 minutes to make you better at what you do? So experience means nothing. It's the quality of that experience that makes the world of a difference. DJing, I need to constantly work on my craft. Listen, a world-class experience of the 90s is not going to be the same of the 2000s, and it's not going to be the same of the 2010s. We're in the early 2020s, right? And so we have to, as professionals, continue to work on our craft. Yes, there's equipment developments that come out. We're going to have to get new stuff, better stuff, cutting edge, what looks good to the eyes, the eye candy. What used to look good in the 90s, baby, don't look good in the 2000s. What looked good in the 2000s, baby, don't look good in 2010s. What look good in 2010s, right? We're developing. We're going in a different direction. And so it's going to take work. It's going to take money to get those things. But the main thing that you need to work on is your skill, because there's new clippers, right? There's new tools that have came out since I have left that industry, but I could still fade you up with the old tools, baby, and make you look super sharp and make you look super clean. But there's new tools that are out that will help you as a professional to come out with those super clean cuts. But if I have the skill, and if I continue to work on my skill, eventually I'm going to make enough money to get the cutting edge stuff, the brand new things, to make my job easier, to make my job better, to provide a world-class service for you. So that's coming, right? Eventually, but you have to work on your skill. You can't stay the same DJ that you were 5 years ago with the programming and the way that you ran things 5 years ago. Yes, there are things that still are relevant today that you could take from back there, but you have to continue to hone it and to perfect it and to twist it and turn it and make it unique and make it different, to provide a cutting edge experience, to provide a world-class experience. Here in the Valley of Arizona, I have worked with the best of the best vendors here in the Valley. And let me tell you something, right? This is where we are headed. This is the direction that we are headed, to continue to perfect, to hone, and to develop our craft, to provide the best service possible for you. So clients out there, what's the call to action, right? What is the call to action? So what should I do if I am interviewing someone, a DJ, to do my wedding, and they say that they've been doing it for over 30 years? That's great. That is fantastic. What are you looking for? What kind of experience are you looking for, right? Are you looking for a world-class experience, something that's phenomenal, something that's going to blow your mind, something that you could depend on and know that they're going to come through and kill it and completely dominate and make things happen for you? Or are you just looking for the cheapest DJ out there, right? It depends on what you are looking for. But if you're looking for someone that just does not have the numbers of years of experience, which that means something. If they're still in business, yes, you know what I mean? That barber, right, could still be cutting hair for 25 plus years, and he's not that good, but he's a good people person. People like him, and he's going to do the job. He's going to cut your hair. It's going to look okay. It's going to look good. All right. It's not going to be a super clean cut, but it's going to be a haircut. And so he still keeps business, right? It's the same thing in every industry. You're going to have someone who's been doing it forever, and they're going to DJ for you, and it's going to be all right. They're going to get the party going. And if that's all you're looking for is just a basic haircut, just straight to it, then go ahead and do it, right? But the main thing is, here's the call to action, is to take a look at find media, find on their social media platforms, right? Find stuff because, okay, the point I'm trying to make is this, is that anyone could have a polished picture of an event that they've been to, that they've been a part of. And the polished picture will paint this picture of this superior experience, right? Anyone can get those, and those are good. You need those. Everybody needs those professional pictures. You could get professional video that is cut, polished. It is great. And they were a part of that event. And the picture that the video is painting is that it was a superior experience because of how polished, the edits, everything is fantastic, and that is great. So yes, you want those. You want some nice pictures. You want some nice video. But beyond that, find a video of them perform, of their live performance. If it's something like this, hear them speak, hear them talk, right? If it's their grand entrance, if it's them doing an introduction to some type of corporate event, you want to find content that is their live performance. Okay, you want to find live performance to see, okay, they've been doing it for 30 years. They must be dominant in this market. They must be phenomenal if they've been doing it this long. Let me hear them speak. Let me see some live footage. Let me see them do an introduction. Let me see them introduce a party, at a club or whatever it may be. Let me find some live performance. That's number one for that. And then also not just behind the microphone, but let's see some mixing. Perhaps maybe there's some stuff on Instagram, maybe on YouTube, somewhere to where they are mixing music. And I'm not talking about the videos that are out there to where they just press play and maybe flick one thing on the mixer and they dance in front of the mixer, right? They dance in front of the camera. Okay, I mean, it's cool if you like that stuff, but let me tell you something, that's not what you want. It does have entertainment value, right? If you like to see a DJ dance in front of their mixer, but what you want to see is see them work that mixer. Are they moving faders? Are they moving knobs? Are they scratching things in? What are they doing with that mixer other than just dancing in front of it? What you want to see someone work, not just looking here all the time and just not doing anything, but just dancing. You want to see their hands move. You want to see their eyes lock in every now and then to see what they're doing, right? Because you can't blindly just mix. You can't, look in the sky and mix. When you see a live DJ, you're going to see them down here. Of course, they're going to look up and they'll vibe out with you too, but they're going to be down here working that mixer because as a mixer, you got to work the mixer. Have you ever seen a chef cook blind, right? Have you ever seen a chef look to the ceiling and dance in front of you while he's, cooking? Yeah, to a certain degree. But eventually they're going to have to look down. They're going to make sure, the burner's at the right spot. They want to make sure that the pot's on the right spot. You're going to see their hands moving. You're not just going to see a chef cook and be like this the whole time while he's cooking. Unless he's a magician, right? Unless he's doing magic. You don't want that. So you want to see a DJ actually working. He could look up and dance. He could do his thing and vibe out. But look at the chef, because the chef is flipping the stuff, right? The chef is moving his hands. He's bringing in the ingredients. He's doing all this stuff while he's dancing and working. And what you want to see is you want to see someone create something with their hands, because that's what a DJ does. That's what a barber does. They want to create things with their hands. You want to see them work and fade and blend. That's what you want to see, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, experience means nothing when the tally of that experience is time only. It's the quality of that experience that makes the difference. So that's what you want to look for in everything that you do, in every product, and every service that anyone is providing. They could say, I've been servicing for an X amount of years. Well, let's find proof. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see what they're doing. Let's see their final product. And by doing that research, by looking into it, by following that call to action, you will begin to see, okay, I will hire them or not hire them. I will go to that barbershop and get another fade, or I will not be going to that barbershop for a fade or an edge up ever again, because it's the quality of the experience. Once again, we all have 60 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, within that hour. What are you doing within that hour? Let's work on our skills, man. Let's provide the best service ever. That's what I want to do. I want to provide the best service for you, baby. Thank you so much for listening right here. Drop the Q with Big Roo. I got more coming. Thank you so much. Just let people know about this. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. God bless you. Until next time. Let's go.